Welcome to Capital City Sports for our first episode of the spring semester. I'm your host, Eli Brand, and we'll bring you the recaps for both the Gamecocks men's and women's basketball teams, including a matchup against number 1. First up, we've got what looked to be a lopsided meeting on paper between the USC women and Vanderbilt, but the Commodores had Gamecock fans on the edge of their seats deep into the action. Riley Biller was at Colonial Life Arena to give us the highlights.
Tonight, in Colonial Life Arena, the number 16 ranked Gamecocks took on Vanderbilt in conference play. Right from the tip, the Gamecocks were active offensively, but defensively came out a bit flat-footed. Every time South Carolina tried to pull away, Vanderbilt was right behind them. In the second quarter, South Carolina missed 11 field goals in a row, and then Vandy took the lead going into halftime, 40-38. When the third quarter started, South Carolina put their foot on the gas offensively and defensively came up with some stops, holding Vanderbilt's offense to only 4 field goal makes. By the fourth quarter, the Gamecocks began to pull away, with the lead growing out to 19 points. South Carolina outran Vandy on fast break points 23-5. Tia Cooper had a big game with 18 points, and Herbert Harrington finished with 15 points, 3 blocks, and 3 steals. Gamecocks win this one, 80-67. The Gamecocks finish up January play at Kentucky on Thursday. This has been Riley Biller reporting for Capital City Sports.
Thanks, Riley. Next up, the men's team had an opportunity to put their names in the national conversation with a chance to beat another top 25 team when their bitter rivals number 1 Tennessee came to town. There providing the coverage was Tom Santinello.
After a dramatic 3-point victory over the 16th-ranked Auburn Tigers last Tuesday, South Carolina has now dropped their second in a row as they fall to the top-ranked Tennessee Volunteers 92-70. Trey Campbell got the Gamecocks rolling early with a pair of threes. Tennessee had answers throughout the entire game, though, because all they had to do was throw it inside the big Grant Williams. Chris Silva was instrumental in the first half for Carolina with 22 points, but turnovers plagued the Gamecocks throughout, and Tennessee capitalized and took control. USC would recover as Silva scored the team's final 8 points, but they still trailed by 9 at the half. Admiral Schofield got it going for the Volunteers in the second half. South Carolina would put together a run, and they cut the lead to just 2 points with 13 minutes left in the second half, but that's the last time they would threaten. Tennessee would dominate from that point on as they got contributions from all over. 4 Volunteers finished in double figures as Schofield led the way with a team-high 24 points. The Gamecocks will look to get back in the win column this Saturday, February 2nd, as they travel to Athens, Georgia to take on the Bulldogs. For Capital City Sports, I'm Tom Santinello.
And that's our show. For more in-depth coverage of Gamecock athletics, be sure to watch our new episode each week. For Capital City Sports, I'm Eli Brand. We'll see you next time.